Hello, this is Victoria. I've lost track of what day it is of my vlogging challenge because I actually missed 5 days there last week. I started to feel just very low on energy and just in a little bit of a negative state, and I thought maybe I was anemic. I was thinking, oh, this raw food, I shouldn't be eating this raw food, it's not giving me the nutrition. So I went and got myself tested, and actually my levels are really good. I'm not anemic at all, so I couldn't blame it on that. So, but what I actually really understood, I knew really deep down that it wasn't the raw food, because the raw food I'm actually getting the extra nutrition. I think before we have a breakthrough, sometimes we have a breakdown, where we have this idea that we want to have higher standards for our life, say for my relationships, for everything, for my finances, for the work that I do, for the people that I spend time with. And at the same time, there's this other part of me that's resisting it, and it's just integrating the two and getting to a new level, because like I said in a previous video, we have a thermostat for what we believe we're worthy of. And so it's really important for me right now to step up, to let my unconscious mind know that I mean business. So recently I've been making a big effort to eat organic. I go to the local organic farmers market twice a week, and I buy lots of apples and leafy greens for blending and putting into smoothies or salads and things like that. What else do I get? Lots of tomatoes. I really can taste the difference between organic tomatoes and non-organic tomatoes. So I've been making it an effort to eat organic food, but there's a lot of foods that I eat that are probably not organic. And I've always said, oh well, like, organic food's so expensive, so kind of try to compromise. And I was out with a friend yesterday, and she was explaining to me that she eats everything organic, and she was talking about the importance of being consistent, but not just with her food. Also the products that she buys. If she's buying toilet paper, she buys recycled toilet paper. She tries to buy products that don't contain plastic. And she was talking about every time we make a decision, we are creating our destiny. We are creating the future for our children. And every time we spend money, we are like casting a vote whether we want the Monsantos of the world, their agenda, whether we want to support their agenda, or whether we want to support the local organic farmers, the local people in our town, whether it's the person running the health food shop. So it's really important that we make this decision. And there's probably other areas in my life. It's a value. There's people who will say, oh, I can't afford organic food, and then they'll spend money in another place. And I understand that some people just can't afford to buy all organic, but we've got to do what we can. Organic food, it's been shown consistently to have higher nutrients in it, sometimes even 3 times as much in certain foods like magnesium and iron and things like that, calcium. It also doesn't contain all the nasty pesticides and things that are going into our bodies if we eat those foods. And it's also, so eating organic is better for us because it contains more nutrients and it doesn't contain all the nasty pesticides. It's better for children because children don't need those chemicals going into their bodies when they're growing. It's better for the farmers, for the local farmers, if we support them than if we buy from these mass-produced places where they don't really care about the soil. They don't care. They just want to produce as much as possible, and they'll do anything to get their money's worth. So you don't know what the things that they're doing until it's too late sometimes. If something's organic, you know that it's not allowed to be genetically modified. So that's another reason to buy organic, because a lot of the times GM foods, they're not labelled depending on where you live. And so if you buy organic, that's one way to ensure that you're not getting GM foods. Why else? So it's good for us. It's good for the local farmers. It's good for other people. It's good for the environment because we're not putting all those nasty toxins into the earth. It's good for the wildlife and and the plants. It's good for the animals because they're not being poisoned when they go and eat the foods. So really, if you can at all afford it, if you can rearrange your values, buy organic. And I'm going to do my best to become fully organic by this time next year with everything that I buy, and to become more, not just when I'm talking about not just the foods that I'm putting into my body, but also things like taking out the rubbish, buying biodegradable bags to put out the rubbish rather than using plastic, things like that. Just being more conscious about the world that we're leaving behind. Okay, so that's my video today. I'll speak to you again tomorrow. Thank you.